Hello, this is a Jayleshark and Friends
And Russell.
and Russell podcast. On today's show, Russell and I get to hang out with a rock star. That's right. From the good old US of Anus, Ryan Dawley is the lead singer of the band Possible Chaos. They're the house band from Blue Tree Phuket. Ryan tells us how he got into musical theatre for the sole purpose of meeting girls. High five. Oh, actually, hashtag me too. And how that decision took him around the world, working in Seoul, Hong Kong, Singapore, and now Phuket. Possible Chaos play Wednesdays through Sundays at Blue Tree Phuket from 5 p.m. till late. Got that plug in. Enjoy the show. Podcast.
Welcome to the podcast. It's good that we've got all the technical stuff sorted and fixed and out of the way, because otherwise that would be quite stressful.
Yeah, don't worry. We're having a few problems. We're here with Ryan. Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Jay.
Hey, Ryan, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good, man. How are you?
Ryan Dawley. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, you say it with a funny accent, but yeah, that's
Well,
right.
he's got a funny accent, to be fair. Is that D-A-W or D-W-R?
D-A-W.
D-A-W, yeah.
Yeah.
D-A-W. Ryan is the lead singer of
The Jayleshark and Friends band.
the Jayleshark and Friends band, which we're going to put together right now. No, you are the lead singer. I can't. I would like to call you Denzel and the Rockettes,
I understand.
but
know
I
it.
can't, and I'll have to explain that to you.
Yes, you really need to explain that, because
I'll
I'm...
explain when you're older.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when it doesn't come across so racist, I'll explain it. So Ryan is the lead singer of
Possible Chaos.
Possible Chaos, who are the house band for
Blue Tree.
Blue Tree.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Ryan.
It'd be a really good name
Thanks
for our
for
podcast,
waking me up.
actually.
What, Possible
Possible
Chaos or
Yeah.
Denzel and the Rockettes?
Either. Actually, I would probably go with either.
Okay. Ryan, tell us about who you are and where you're from.
All right. Well, I am Ryan Dawley. I am from Erie, Pennsylvania, in the States.
Oh, Erie.
Ooh. Yeah.
Didn't there do a show about Erie, Pennsylvania on TV?
Lake Erie.
Is there a Lake Erie?
There is a Lake Erie, yeah.
Is it Erie?
Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So anyway,
Even with two E's.
hey, Ryan, where are you from?
yeah. Erie, PA. Not the biggest city, but, I got out of there about 8 years ago, and I moved out to Asia and haven't been back.
So what brought you out to Asia?
I was doing children's musicals in South Korea 8 years ago, and
Really?
yeah.
As in performing for children musicals?
No, I was a child.
Just a child?
Yeah. I think we should really qualify these statements right off the bat, because this could get very dark very quickly.
Explain.
So you
children-
left
yeah.
Erie, Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
To go and
ended
play
up in
with
South
children.
Korea,
Yep.
acting in or...
Acting in children's musicals.
Okay.
Like, musicals to help, like ESL musicals, to help them learn English and,
What
see
sort of
me be a
musicals?
giant
Like
rooster.
famous ones?
No.
Oh.
No, we wrote them and produced them ourselves, and then the kids learned like a word out of all of it.
So what sort of age range was your target?
We worked anywhere from like 3 years old to like 18. So
But surely you've got to change your content in your show.
yeah, we had a few different shows going at one time. So there was one designed more for the younger kids, another one designed for a bit more of the older
Yeah.
crowd,
Okay.
So
And were you doing these in schools or?
no, we had a big like amphitheater to perform in, like a giant theater in Korea and Seoul. Just outside of Seoul, it was in Paju,
Okay.
closer to North Korea.
And
actually,
but it was solely for...
Oh,
Kids.
solely. You've made a joke.
solely,
Yeah,
yes,
well
I
done.
see
Solely
that.
for-
Hey,
I thought you like that.
natural. You're natural. Natural.
Solely for kids learning English.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any, we do this for anything else.
No,
You're
So-
a carny, basically.
basically, yeah.
And what got you into... Why did all of a sudden you come from Erie, Pennsylvania and think, oh, do you know what? I'm going to go to South Korea and teach musical theatre.
Read my
Right.
mind.
I was actually living in New York at the time, in New York City, and I was auditioning and
Auditioning for... Because, okay.
auditioning for Broadway and stuff like
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah. And nothing was really coming up. Slow time of year, and I saw this post for shows in Korea doing children's musicals over there, and sent them an email. I was like, oh, I'll never hear back. 5 minutes later, they're like, hey, can you Skype in 20 minutes? I had a job in like 2 hours.
Wow.
Holy moly.
And I'm assuming at this point you've never travelled.
I mean, I've traveled all over the States, but
but
never
not
really
outside.
outside. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a big leap.
Yeah,
that was one of those. I'll send it because, I'm never going to hear it. It's never
You're
going to
not
come
that
off.
old, though, are you?
I'm
If I may ask.
35.
You're how old?
35.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
He doesn't look a day over 34, does he?
I think he looks a yacht younger than that. I'm being nice.
A yacht longer.
A yacht younger. This is why I don't do musical theatre. I just do a podcast. You're only 30. You're 35.
Yeah.
You look a yacht. Oh, fucking hell. You look young.
Yeah. You don't look old.
That's good. I'm
So
okay
what-
with that.
Okay, so why did you want to get in? What got you into theatre? Why did you want to go from whatever you were doing into theatre, or was theatre what you wanted to do?
Well, I started doing musicals when I was in high school to meet girls. That was the only reason.
Duh. Easy.
You know, it's that classic like High School Musical thing where like the jock goes in and he sees the girls and he's like, oh, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
I was playing baseball for 14 years. You know, I played football, American football, not
What
your,
did
not
you?
your kind
What
of football.
position did you play in
I
American
know.
football?
Shortstop.
Hey, good
That's
one.
baseball.
You're rubbish.
But I did play
Baseball.
shortstop in baseball. I played second base
I
and
think you said
shortstop.
baseball. What did you
Yeah.
say, basketball?
American football after that.
Right.
Come on,
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
up, Russell.
Yeah. You're a little behind here.
I'm waking up.
I understand. Is that why you have a beer in front of you? Or?
Yes.
What are you drinking, Russell?
That's your kombucha.
Anyway, back to your. So you went to pull chicks by learning to act
Yeah.
and fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Were you singing before that or not?
No, I was really terrible. Like they were like, we don't know what to do with you, but we need guys in the show, so just stand in the back and sing bass. So I'm standing in the back, just going like,
This is where you needed a video podcast for that bit.
yeah.
So you hadn't sung before that? You never wanted to be a singer or anything like that or anything?
No.
Wow, okay.
I wanted to go into like sports marketing and sports management stuff.
And
like
how's that working out?
Well, you know, I'm in Phuket now.
Yeah.
Stood on this amazing stage.
Singing for Denzel and the Rockettes.
Let me explain. Okay, so I should explain Denzel and the Rockettes without being too racist.
Yeah, you should probably not be racist about it.
No, it's not. It's got nothing to do with being racist at all. When I first met Ryan, which was a few months ago, we were just getting to know each other.
Yeah.
We weren't on a date or anything like that. That sounds like we were
Yeah.
on a date,
Just feeling each other out.
just so to speak. We were just chatting.
Literally and figuratively.
And we were mentioned, Ryan's got a lovely baseball cap on, which he wears most of the time. When he takes his cap off, he has quite curly hair, which is
For those
very
watching in
similar.
black and white. Oh,
yeah, very
okay.
similar to what we would know as afro hair.
Yep, I'll give you that.
So I mentioned, or someone mentioned, I don't know if it was me or not, that his hair was quite afro. And Ryan did mention to us that he has 5% of him comes from the African Caribbean type of mix. Have I said that in a very non-racist way, haven't I? But probably sounded more racist than I should do. It's like my mum trying not to be racist.
Yeah.
That's what I sounded like.
Yes.
Okay. So Ryan said that he's got 5% black inside him, which I found amusing. I'm not sure what 5% he's got. But then I started calling him Denzel, as in Denzel Washington.
Okay. Well, I got that link.
Thank you. And then, this is a long story to get to a very funny bit. It's not that funny. And then when Ryan... we'll get to why you're here and Blue Tree in your band and stuff like that. But then it came to a point where Ryan needed to name his new band, which were going to be the house band at Blue Tree. And so myself and one of the other people that work at Blue Tree turned around and said, why don't you call it Denzel and the Rockettes?
Which has got a ring to it, I've got to be honest.
Actually.
It does, but I no one liked it.
Well, I'm not much of a Denzel.
No, you're not a Denzel at all. And then, there was other things we couldn't do. Anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's where...
But Ryan and the Rockettes has a ring to it.
Ryan on the Rock, I think it does. The problem is his other guys that are in the band are all, I would say, very manly men.
Yes.
And they don't want to be Rockettes.
Yes.
Yeah, I couldn't see any one of them in a South... Because we joked about putting them in the old South Korean kind of K-pop little schoolgirl outfits. That would be my kind of thing. So Ryan at the front looking all beautiful, and then in the back you had these four relatively manly guys dressed in little schoolgirl outfits.
Yeah,
But
I don't know how D-Ray would feel about that.
no, D-Ray wouldn't... I don't think any of them would go
Before
for it, to
before
be
we get
honest.
deep into the whole sort of band and the Rockettes and how they dress, you spent 8 years in Korea.
I I lived all over. So I spent 1 year in Korea, and then I moved to Hong Kong to teach drama to kindergartners for a year.
Where was that?
Hong Kong.
Yeah, whereabouts?
All over.
Okay.
It was all over. I went to schools to
okay.
teach for them. And then after that, I went back to Korea in Seoul to work for another children's theater company. And I played a giant rooster.
We've all been there.
Just a big cock.
Big
Yeah.
Love it.
Someone was going to make John that.
It had to happen. I knew it was coming sooner than later. So
Jump in before.
yeah. Did that for about a year. And I ended up moving back to Hong Kong to teach high school drama. And then from there, I joined a band with a bunch of bankers and lawyers, played out like once a month, just so they can get the hell away from their families once in a while. And playing at a place called The Wanch in Wan Chai.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting seen by somebody that worked for a company called L Live Productions, where they put bands together for gigs at like clubs and 5-star hotels, like Grand Hyatt and stuff like that. So I ended up going to Vietnam. I told my students, "Hey guys, I quit. I'm gonna go be a drunken rock star." And they were like, "Oh, that's awesome."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Like you.
You're the man.
Yeah.
And I went to Vietnam for rehearsals with my new band and moved over back to South Korea, back to Seoul, to work at the Grand Hyatt there for a while. And I've kind of been all over the place.
With the band?
With a different band.
Okay.
So I've been in several different bands for like the last 4 years now.
Okay.
Always as a lead singer.
Yeah.
And are you an instrument person as well or not?
No, I can play the kazoo.
Okay. So
I want to see where you go with that.
Well, no, the only thing I know
waiting for
about
it.
kazoos is that Edge and Christian from WWE Wrestling used to play the kazoo.
Oh, I
that was
forgot
their
about
theme
that. Yeah,
tune.
yeah.
As they
The
came
only
in,
thing I
used to
know
play
about them
kazoo.
is they've got lots of animals in them.
What, kazoos?
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Ah.
I think that's two good jokes
I know,
That's
I'm on
two.
my
today,
fucking
isn't
roll
it?
this
Well
morning.
done.
Hey, you're becoming the comedy one of the duo.
He's waking up.
Isn't he just?
Yeah.
Well done.
Just quick, which school were you teaching high school drama at in Hong Kong?
It was a place in City 1 called Lam Tai Phi College.
Okay, so a local school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Russell used to live in Hong Kong. He's
Oh,
part of
nice.
the protests. He's part of the problem in Hong Kong at the moment.
part of the problem.
Well, you know, I joined in the last protest.
Did you really?
Last time I was there, 4 years ago.
Did you throw a brick or a hammer at an old person?
No, but I did push a guy away that was trying to tear down one of the, what do you call them? Like
Barricades?
the barricades, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I pushed the dude out of the way. I was like, get the fuck out of here,
rumble.
man.
Did you have it? Did you rumble with him?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And he was like, whoa, fuck you. And I was like,
all right, fair enough.
Fair enough.
okay.
So, okay, let me catch up with where we are. So you're now your house band, Possible Chaos, probable or possible?
Possible. Well, definitely.
Could be it's
definite
probably
chaos.
Possibly.
it's
So how did you
Chaos.
get to Phuket? Give us a story of how you became lead singer of the most amazing band in Phuket.
Yeah, I was working with D-Ray, our drummer, and Donnie, our keyboard player, over in Shenyang, China, at this awful little club. I won't say names.
I don't think
Just in case they're listening.
we do have a lot of Chinese.
yeah. But I was working there, and we were there for about a month and a half, and then we found out that they said the club was closing. It wasn't closing. They were just cutting back on all the costs, so they cut the band first. And I still had like 5 months left in my contract, and I was like, fuck, what am I going to do? And a friend of mine sent me a link on Facebook, like, for an audition in Phuket. And I was like, oh, okay. So I just sent a few things. Like, I sent my website over, and I don't remember who it was. It wasn't Kauta before, but it was somebody else had her job before. She got in touch with me, and she was like, hey, we love what you have.
Come on down.
We want to bring you out. She's like, you know, just negotiating the salary and all that stuff. It didn't take very long.
It's interesting because because Blue Tree's one of my clients. For those who don't know, let's say those who don't know, the 4 people that are listening don't know.
Oh, 4 of you.
So I was at the part of I was through the process that they were looking for bands, I actually was watching the little audition tapes that people had sent in. Yeah. There was some horrible stuff there.
I'm sure there was.
Yeah.
Horrible stuff. And then we had to pick one of the horrible.
Yeah.
And that's
So they went with Ryan,
I'm
unfortunately.
the best of the horrible.
No, there was some. It was really interesting. No, but the stories for this. So you got some that were quite like you sent a website and some good stuff across.
Yeah.
There was others. There was one of a recording. Bless her, she had a really good voice, but she was recording it in her bathroom.
Oh no!
Right
wow.
now, We've
all done that.
No, I've done audio recordings in my bathroom and in my car, but it's an audio and you can't see it. But she had the video camera set up of her singing full, and then you saw the toilet behind her, and she's sitting there. And I don't know if she had a microphone. I don't think she had a microphone, but
hairbrush or something.
she was pretending
to
hold a microphone. And I was like, "Oh, bless you, love. Look, I really." And she was like, "I'm gonna try." And I thought, "Oh." I felt for her because I knew that she wasn't trying to be a dick or anything.
Right,
Was she cute?
No,
Obviously not.
No, I guess if she was cute, I would have probably
Hired her.
her. We got stuck with Ryan for Christ's sake. There wasn't that many cuties, but there was some awful ones. There were some weird ones as well. There was some Italian dude that sent something in, which was weird. He was playing the piano, and then all of a sudden, weird stuff started happening, and the piano stopped, and he would go. I don't know. He ran out and kind of jumped out of his window, and it was all kind of weird. It was really odd.
I've seen some things. I've seen like people sending me things for their bands and stuff before, and I've seen some shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Far out. So you got into the whole band thing through this agency.
Mm-hmm.
So are you still with them, or have you left them?
No, I was with them for about a year and a half.
Okay.
Well, you've jumped back.
No, well, just because you
We're
mentioned
going
that you're
back,
with
yeah.
this agency, sort of popping
Right,
all
right.
over, and they were putting bands together.
Yeah.
But then for Blue Tree, you sort of did that off your own back. That wasn't through the agency.
Right.
So are you still, are you still in touch with the agency? If
I'm
they
not sure he's allowed to say that. As,
Well,
as his
well, no,
lawyer,
it's just-
I would probably say to him right now,
Shut
I
up.
plead the
No,
fifth
no,
on that
they're-
one. Don't
it's-
tell him you're still contracted.
No, I'm not at all. And they're a
Kristen,
great company.
he's leaving. Kristen, he's leaving.
They're a great company, and I for anybody that wants to be a musician and they're starting out, like, it's a great company to join. You get to travel the world, and you get paid on time all the time, and never have any issues.
It's better than my job. I don't get paid on time.
So what was their name again? Just write that down.
I better say Russell is a keyboard player.
Okay.
Apparently, he's told me that
Allegedly.
he's
Allegedly.
he's better than Beef Oven. I'm not sure he is better than Beef Oven, but he's got his. What did you call them? The ivories. He even used the word ivories.
Who's Beef Oven?
Beethoven. Sorry, I was
Beef.
making a Bill and Ted joke.
I was like, who the hell is Beef Oven?
Yeah, I'm 10 years older than you, young man. So you were already working with the drummer,
Yes.
and you was already working with the keyboard dude,
Right.
with Rim. Please don't tell me his name.
Oh God.
So he was no, stop, Jay, stop.
Focus.
So what happened? So you got here, and we then met when you got here, and
Right.
you said, right, now you're going to put your band together. So because obviously you just came by yourself as a solo artist,
Yeah.
so you had to put your band together. So did you already know that you was going to get the drummer and the keyboard guys to come over?
They were two of the top ones that I wanted.
Okay.
So basically, I got hired more as a. Bless you, whatever that
Thank
was.
you. It was a cough, but I'm still sick. I don't know if I mentioned this
Okay.
last week, but I was really
No?
sick on the
Are you
podcast
sick?
last week, and it's still.
It didn't come across.
I'm a little bit phlegmy now.
Flemmy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call you Flemmy from now on.
I'm happy to be called Flemmy. I'm not sure where I'm going to go with that, but yeah,
All right.
you call me Flemmy.
Yeah, so I got hired more in administrative role, I guess, as the senior entertainment specialist.
Is that your actual title?
That's my title, the senior entertainment specialist.
Wow.
So I got to make up the title name.
Oh,
Yeah, they let me do it. It was cool.
Well, you're lucky.
I would have gone a lot better than that.
I tried, but
What do you call yourself, Russell?
Russell.
No, but what's on your job title? CEO, owner, director, trainer?
So owner and senior trainer.
You're senior trainer. Have you got any other trainers?
No, that's
There we
what
go.
I'm
Just checking. Just checking.
well, see, yeah, there's no other entertainment specialist, but I'm the senior one
I guess so.
at Blue Tree. You
Yeah,
know?
I guess so.
Yeah.
So what is your... So apart from being the lead singer of the band, then your role is to...
I take care of all of the entertainment at the arena stage.
Okay, so you should just explain. Sorry, this is a bit of a promo for Blue Tree as
Yes,
well. So because
yes.
we haven't, I think people know who do listen to the podcast. They know that I do dealings with Blue Tree, but they probably don't know what the arena is and what you do and what that kind of part of thing
Sure.
is. So over to you.
Yeah. Well, the arena, it's the free part of Blue Tree. You don't have
Ears
to pay to get
pricked
in.
up everywhere.
everyone knows it. Free?
It's the free part. You don't have to pay to get in, which is awesome. You can sit around and not pay a dime and have live entertainment. And, it's not just us. There's other local acts that come in. A few other international acts come over. We've had a few big concerts over there, like Job to Do, and
Job to Do was massive.
that was huge. Yeah,
Because you performed. You were the opening act
Yes.
for Job to Do. How was that? Was that enjoyable?
that was awesome. It was awesome. It was great. The crowd was insane. We had a good time. I was very sweaty.
So now you've got your band together. So you've got. We'll go back a little bit. So you've got your bass. Oh, who's the bass dude?
That is Nate.
Nate wears a hat, which I think is a little bit silly for this temperature. But he's got a very cool microphone.
No. You're talking guitar.
Oh, is that guitar? Oh, sorry.
Yeah. That's Frenchie.
Right.
He's from France, so we call him Frenchie. His real name is Julian.
You put some
So
thought into that.
so Julian wears the hat,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's got the cool microphone.
Right.
He's got a really cool classic kind of microphone. I really like
He's
it.
got like that Elvis.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
microphone, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But he does wear a snooty hat type thing, which I don't really get. It's one of those really long ones that the dreadlock guys wear.
Yeah, it's like a reggae hat. Like
It is,
like
but he's not
like
reggae.
a Rasta hat.
But he's not Rasta or reggae in any way, shape, or form.
He has
He's
very
French.
short hair.
So he was French.
Yeah,
Yeah.
French.
Well, they're all odd.
Mm.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've put this band together, and you're now the house band at Blue Tree.
That's right.
So what do you perform? So I should explain. So Blue Tree, basically, people think it's just a water park, but it's not. It's more than a water
Right,
park. In
right.
fact, it's not really a water park. It's a lagoon. So that is as you said, that's the paid bit that people pay to go in.
Right.
And that's where you can do the slides, you go paddle boarding, you can do the rock climbing, you can do the cliff jumping, you can do the zip line or flying fox. I don't understand the flying fox.
What's
People
flying
call
fox?
Exactly. People call it a flying fox. I call it a zip line.
Because you get
Oh.
flying foxes.
You don't get flying
Yeah,
foxes.
they do. They're like squirrels and they fly from tree to tree.
Yeah, they're called flying squirrels. They're not
They're
called
flying
flying foxes. I mean, a fox and a squirrel are very different. That's
Yeah.
like saying
I'm going to...
we're at Russell's studio house, and Sassy is not a cat, right? Sassy's a dog. Dog and cat's very different. Squirrels and foxes are very, very different.
Okay, I'm going to put it to Julie, and she's going to find out.
Julie's our producer.
Okay.
Julie's our production team.
Okay, so I'll just keep talking. So that's the paid bit of Blue Tree, which is the water park, which you get memberships for.
Right.
4-person memberships, only $25,000. Give me a shout.
And that's
Um,
how Jay makes money.
One of those.
Yeah.
One of those.
Oh, he's an arsehole. He's just that's not a flying fox. That's a bat, which
Sorry?
is not a squirrel.
Sorry, not squirrel, bats. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you said it was a squirrel.
Sorry, I meant
Okay,
bats.
those are
But
three
yeah.
very different things.
They are
Yeah.
really different.
Like
To be fair,
especially
yeah.
a bat. Yeah, like
A bat, a
Yeah.
squirrel, and a fox. Three very different animals. All do different
But they are called flying foxes, hence the link with the zip line. I'm with you. I would just call it a
But
zip
why?
line.
I've
but-
never seen a bat go down a zip line.
Okay.
But surely it's
I've
a
never
zip
seen
line.
a squirrel go down a zip line.
No, that's true actually.
I've seen.
I've
you know
never
those
seen a
lizards
fox
you get
go
here,
down
the
a
really
strip.
sort of, I forget what they call the lizards. The really, really long
That
tails.
turn red when they're mating.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we.
I
did
just
one
know
of those-
that. I don't know how
just-
I know that.
Just to completely segue with this, you'll like
Hello?
this. We were on one of the zip line things here. I forget which one it was.
The flying fox.
That'll do. So
The bat.
the guy, the woman's there. She's all harnessed in. She's right in front of us, and the helper's there, just about to set her off. And literally, as he pushed her, we looked up, and one of those lizards was facing out to the trees on the line. He was like a meter in front of her, and the guy didn't see it and pushed her off. And all of us saw this happening, sort of in real time. Went, wait! But it was too late. She was gone, and this thing just went
Oh no!
everywhere. Yeah, it was brilliant.
It
Well,
just
not
farted all over the place.
it wasn't good for the lizard, but he never saw it coming. It was quick, and I hazard a guess that it was relatively painless because it was instant.
That's
Sorry.
good. For all of our
Back
animal
to
lovers.
Blue
out there.
Tree and the flying fox / lagoon /
Bat.
over to Jay, who's
Yeah. No, sorry. I was just looking at the recording to make sure that I haven't messed it up, which I'm sure I have in some way.
oh, it'll be fine.
Probably. Yeah.
Oh well, it is what it is, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens. Oh, that's better. I'm back on now. Yeah, no. So the arena part of Blue Tree, edit that bit out. The arena part is as Ryan said, it's the free part. So it's where they're going to have a lot of entertainment. There's a lot of dining there. There's some food trucks there. We can go and have some food.
The water fountain.
There's a water fountain that apparently we have to promote because it's a very cool thing to have water
kids- the
fountains.
kids love
Kids love running through a water fountain. It's true though. My kids did run through the water fountain.
Oh.
So overall, it's a very cool place. So you're on there 5 nights a week.
Yes. Every Wednesday to Sunday.
And what are you singing?
A little bit of everything. Little rock, little R&B, little hip hop.
What's your genre, if you like? If you had to
I
choose?
prefer singing rock.
Okay.
Personally.
So what would be your influences?
I taught myself how to sing in the car by singing along to like Journey and Queen and Bon Jovi and stuff like that.
You're
So,
in good company
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Doofus over there.
Yeah, that's my wheelhouse. Yeah.
Unfortunately, he didn't teach himself to sing. He
Okay.
just tries to sing.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
go with
Fair
that,
enough. I tried to sing until I taught myself, and it wasn't.
So
very
did you
good.
ever have lessons or anything?
No.
Not at all?
No.
Wow.
I had one lesson from a friend, and he was like, "You're fine."
Who was called Celine Dion. Really good friend and a really
Yeah.
great
Really good friend of mine, Celine Dion.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm really interested, so because I've had singing lessons. I've done one song on stage.
You'd
And,
never know it.
I've never mentioned it before. Well, mentioned not that I
Yeah.
didn't know that I'd singing
Yeah,
lessons.
yeah.
Arsehole. When you, because you obviously, when you would go back to your musical theatre and you went into the theatre thing, what was it like being on stage for the first time, or your first time singing?
Yeah.
Especially if I guess if you're in a theatre situation, it's a little bit different because you've got people around you that are obviously there to support you, and no one is, the eyes are not focused on you. But as a lead singer of a band, the focus is on you.
Right. Well, I guess like back then I didn't have like the lead roles. They didn't give me any solos because they're like, this guy sucks. So I'm just like, in the back being a tree or something. And
I was a tree once. Don't knock it.
I don't knock the tree. I don't knock the tree. You gotta have the trees.
I was a good tree.
You gotta have the trees. If there's no trees,
Exactly.
there's no life.
There's no life.
Well, let's not go down that road.
Oh, we've done sustainable vegan shit. We're not. I'm done with that. I'm done with. Although that's got very good listener figures, the vegan one.
Well, there you go. You see,
There you go.
Yeah.
they might be onto something.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
That's why I got cast in this musical just solely on my looks. Like I was like 100 pounds soaking wet.
Denzel,
Yeah. And yes, I got cast as Denzel.
were you a rockette?
Denzel Washington.
Dear.
But it was called Bat Boy the Musical, going back to bats. It was National Enquirer, whatever that was. One of those like
Yeah, they
You
call
know,
it Bat Boy the
Bat
musical.
Boy the Musical. So they wrote a musical based on this half bat, half human that they found in a cave in West Virginia. And I auditioned.
Which is actually believable.
right. It is very, very, very believable.
West Virginia, yep.
West Virginia,
Nailed on.
yes. There are several. But they cast me in that role because I was skinny.
So you were the
little
Bat
twerp.
Boy.
I was Bat Boy, and I went out and I bought the cast recording for the show, and it's like a rock musical, and I had to listen to it, and I was like, I can't fucking sing this. I can't do it. Like I had to sing all these like super high notes, and like I was like, nope, not happening. So I called the director. I was like, no, I can't do it. I don't know what you saw on me, other than that I'm small. Bat Boy is supposed to be small, and he was like, you're gonna be fine. Like, just practice. You have a month before we start rehearsals. Like, you're gonna be all right. And I was like, well, I'm okay at like imitating some like speaking voices and stuff. So why don't I just try it with a singer?
Ah, nice idea.
So I started imitating like Steve Perry's voice from
Steve
Journey,
Perry. Oh, thank you.
and Freddie Mercury and stuff like that in the car. And I was like, that wasn't so bad. And I kept doing it, and then I did it with that cast recording. I was trying to imitate that guy's voice, the guy that played Bat Boy in the original cast, and it worked out. I didn't suck.
So that's
That's the thing in terms of like teaching yourself to sing, just singing along to existing music. As long as you've got the ear and the pitch,
yeah,
largely anyone can do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
the 90% of it's confidence. So like for you going up on stage, it's all about. I mean, for the purpose, it's having the confidence to I am going to go and do this. Once you got that out of the way,
yeah,
as long as you got some element of ear and pitch, which most people do.
some
anyone
people
can
are
sing.
completely tone deaf.
So a lot of people are. Yeah.
Like some of the people that have sent the videos in for
Yeah.
Blue Tree.
Yeah. Good point, well made. So, but a lot of the time, a lot of people can sing and got great voices, but are just they're so nervous, so shy, and just don't have the confidence to do it.
Yeah,
And once you sort of clam up a little bit, that's when your voice goes all over the shop.
exactly. Yeah. So once I got that role out of the way, I was just getting cast in lead roles all the time, and then I went off to college. Well, I was in college at the time, and I was a theater major, but I was not getting cast in like musicals. I was doing like regular shows,
What do you mean by regular shows?
just like straight shows. Like,
Okay,
Like,
not
you know,
gay shows. Then.
not gay shows. Well, They're all pretty gay. You know how it goes.
Oh dear.
But
I don't know what you mean.
But that's why it worked out so well for me. I wanted to meet girls, and I was
Okay, so did you
mostly the only straight guy in the shows.
have you met girls?
I've met many women
And
in my day.
and now are you because we there's noticed the thing on his finger.
Yeah, there's a thing there now.
So you obviously the
you're
reason you
off-market.
became now a lead singer of a rock band is because you don't want to meet girls anymore, yeah?
Well, that's how I met my wife.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is she officially your wife now?
She's my wife, yeah. We got married twice.
Just in case you fucked up
Just
the
in
first time.
case.
I'd fucked up the first time.
I fucked up the second time.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
but
dear.
I don't want to talk about that.
Oh, okay. Tell us about the first time, the good bit then. So you met your wife through a gig or a...
Yeah. She was really good friends with the DJ at one of the clubs I was singing at in Singapore, and
Which
she
club?
came in. It was Bricks. you know Bricks. You know Bricks.
Wow. Okay.
Bricks is a very famous prostitute bar.
Yeah.
At
Is
the
it?
Grand
Yeah, the
Hyatt
bottom of the
in
Hyatt,
Singapore.
yeah.
I'm not going to make any jokes about your wife now.
Yeah.
She's heard them all before.
So where is... is she American or...
No, she's Singaporean.
Okay.
She's half Chinese, half Indian.
Nice.
And
nice
she-
mix.
yeah, it's great. She's
Ah.
beautiful, and she lives in France now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
And what's she do in France?
she works for Airbus, a little
Okay, yeah, yeah.
little company.
Yeah.
Sorry to... if you don't want to talk about this, but how does that work? Because, I mean, that's... I mean, obviously, I'd lived with my wife, and it didn't work out. So
And that's the problem.
and that might be the problem.
That is a problem. Yeah. Well, okay. We work really well long distance.
Okay.
It's, we've done long distance since about 4 or 5 months after we met. So
Wow.
and that's been about 3 years now.
Holy
So,
crap.
So how long were you together before you got married?
It was about a little over 3 years.
3 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So and during even the time that you were sort of dating together,
Yeah.
you were still apart.
Yeah. I did a 6-month stint on a cruise ship where there was like no Wi-Fi and.
More
Ooh,
ways
how
than
was a
one.
cruise ship? Was it full of
Eh,
old people or not?
Yeah. I don't want to talk about that either.
Yeah,
That
come
was-
on, you can't.
That
Hey,
gig.
Or goes
sucked.
on tour.
No, that gig sucked, man. Like, I found out the hard way that I get seasick very easily. And I had a 6-month contract.
Oh, nice.
All right, so every time the ship went, I was like,
Which is every
Every
5
day.
minutes.
yeah. And it was the worst hurricane season in history.
Where are you
in
going around the Caribbean? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah? Oh, the Caribbean, as you call it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, whatever.
yeah. We'll go with that.
And so 1 week, what was that, Hurricane Irma in Houston? It crushed Houston, and my home
No
port,
loss.
was in Galveston, Texas, like an
I lo-
hour hour away.
We're big,
big
fans
Texas
of Texas.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of things we like about Texas.
All right. Yeah. Interesting.
Not listen to the podcast,
Yeah, I was
as
gonna
you can
say,
tell.
see previous podcasts.
Yeah. What? So you were singing on? You were part of a.
I was singing. Yeah.
Doing theatre, or you were
No,
the
I
band
was
again?
in the band.
Okay.
Um,
Because I mean, I've worked in that industry of
Yeah.
entertainment for kind of holiday stuff. It's a hell of a job.
it is.
It's a hell of a job.
It's something.
I don't know how you do it on a cruise ship. I mean,
The-
I did it at hotels where at
the
least you could have a
musicians
break.
get away.
The musicians, like you have the break. You have a day off, where everybody else on the ship has no day off. And they're working 13, 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
We worked for like 5 days, or 5 hours a day, maybe, and I would just drink the whole time.
What was the size of the ship?
It was a big
Passenger-wise?
one. It was probably,
Like a few thousand.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're immense.
Just, but I mean, it's a floating hotel, right? But I mean,
Yeah,
it's just,
yeah.
it's
It's
a floating
incredible the
city.
thing floats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sometimes they don't.
That's true.
Well, yeah. To be honest,
Hence
I
Titanic.
do get my
Yes.
head around the whole floating thing. I can get my head around the physics in how a lump of metal floats. That I can do. I cannot get my head around the whole lump of metal in the sky, aka Airbus. I just don't get it.
Yeah.
See, I understand more about that than I do about how boats float, especially ships. And I'm a friggin' sailing instructor.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Ryan. So your long distance relationship with your girlfriend, that's going well.
Wife.
Is she coming over here anytime soon with a friend, perhaps, who's about 30 to 36 years old and single, and looking for a 40 to 40-ish little bit older than a 40-year-old
I'll see what I
single
can
guy
do.
with 2 kids and a dog
I'll see what I can do.
and fish.
And fish
Not
okay.
mentioning any names of being specific or anything, just if she was available and interested.
Jayleshark@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I would give out my number, but I don't know it.
I don't know mine either. I get it.
I have no idea what my number is. So what's your? So how long? Say what? How long are you going to be here for? We shouldn't say that one. So with the Blue Tree thing, is the plan to take the band? You're going to become famous. You're going to become rich, or is it just kind of you're just here to have a good time, see what happens, and see what works out?
We're gonna see what happens. Right now, the goal is to build up the crowd at Blue Tree Arena. It's a new place. Not a lot of people know about it yet, so we need to push that.
Well, they will do now if this podcast does record
Well, it's just
and
going to
work.
go fucking mental, I think, once people hear the podcast.
Well, there'll at least be 4, 5, or 6 extra
Exactly.
people.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
In
you
terms
know?
of
And then that 6 turns into 12 when they tell their friends about it. you know?
exactly.
Yeah, that's true. But
That's how it
but
works.
part of the 6, 2 of them is my mum and dad, so they're not.
Oh, okay,
That's a
okay.
problem.
Well,
In terms of your music, do you guys just do covers or do you write your own stuff?
just covers for now. I know some of the other guys in the band do write their own stuff. Eventually, we'll get some originals up there.
Okay.
I know Donnie is working on an album right now.
You have to, because you're saying like I know. I don't remember people's names very well.
Donnie's the keyboard player.
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
like Donnie because he was playing New York State of Mind the other day when I was when you were
Ah,
doing the
yeah, yeah.
rehearsal. I was walking across the arena. It is, I have to say, from a performance point of view, and for someone who has done a little bit of performance stuff, that stage is unbelievable.
It's insane.
It is, and the
look pretty
sound
cool.
system is just ridiculous.
insane.
It is ridiculous.
We're
So
blowing people
When do you
out
rehearse?
of there, man. We rehearse during the day, like a few days a week.
Okay.
I actually have rehearsal in an hour.
okay, so
I'm
I was.
going to tootle down and have a.
I would
Still
because
down on
I walked past. I think it was lunchtime of the day when I was there. Sorry, what was his name again? I'm terrible with him.
His name.
Yeah, his name.
Donnie.
Donnie was playing New York State of
Brasco.
Mind by Billy Joel, and I heard it, and I love that song. So I started singing it. They didn't hear me because obviously it's too loud from
So
where
the
they are.
keyboard player is obviously called Brasco. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good though,
Oh,
and
he's
I
amazing.
asked him to play more Billy Joel stuff. I was quite happy about that.
The whole band, they're
They're
unreal
good.
musicians, man. Like they're so
It's
good.
I'll be honest with you, it's a very eclectic looking band.
Yeah.
Very different in kind of the styles and the way that you all look.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But all very cool guys. All very cool. And I don't know them. I only know you really more than I know them. I don't really
Right.
see them that much. And I'm not a night owl, so I don't
And in terms
hang
of
out with these guys.
the Blue Tree House band concept, do you want that eclectic mix or do you not want it to look a bit more where generic? We are.
Well, I mean, for me, it
A
was
unit.
just I want good musicians.
Well,
so-
yeah, I mean, as a
and
primary-
that's how it worked
yeah.
out. But yeah, now we can say that. Yeah, sure.
I guess from a marketing point of view, it depends on how, if we want to market, I say we, if Blue Tree wants to market you as the Blue Tree House Band, then they will have to put together some sort of look and feel
Yeah.
to make you all look a little bit. Because
Yeah.
you look quite cool and you're quite trendy. Adam Levine-esque, I would say. The way he
Sure.
dresses kind of very
Okay.
funky and
Yeah,
cool.
okay, yeah, I can work with that.
Well, it's not too, but he looks good.
I mean, it's either that or Denzel, and then if we're looking at those two, it's
Denzel's a good-looking guy.
He is.
Although
Denzel's
Adam
the boy.
Levine's on my, not anymore because it doesn't really matter, but Adam Levine was on my allowed to have sex with list.
Oh, okay. But now you
It doesn't matter.
now you
I don't have
just
to ask.
don't have sex.
Well, yeah. Yeah. One, I don't have sex, and 2, it doesn't matter because no one can tell me what. No, all right, I'm not having sex at the moment. Jayleshark@gmail.com.
Yeah.
If you're Jayleshark on Facebook, just tap me up. I'll take anything right now.
Yep.
What do you look for in a woman?
Mus-
Pulse.
a pulse and musical theatre for men. I don't mind. I'll take anything. So what's your...
His dog's available.
No, she's
No,
not.
no, she's
no, she's not.
Saskins.
Yeah.
yeah, no.
bless.
She's a bit old. A bit older.
So what's your plans for the? Are you doing? What's the plans for Blue Tree coming up? You got any big gigs coming up? You got any? What's the kind of? Sell yourself, sell the space, sell you, sell
Every
the
night's
band.
a big gig. Every night's a big gig. Every night from every Wednesday to Sunday, 5:30 until there are no people there anymore. We play. So, coming up on January 15th, there's going to be a big one. Actually, December 21st, we have the DJ party, the DJ beach party.
Are you doing anything for the as a band? Are you going to
Yeah,
play
yeah.
and have a DJ play with you or anything like that? Or
So we actually, a good friend from, she lives in Bangkok right now. She's a DJ and she's also a singer. Her name is Phoenix Novell. She's coming over.
Stop. Her name is not Phoenix Novell.
Her DJ
It is. No, that's her name.
Before I get into this, does Phoenix Novell have a very big boyfriend who's fully muscular and beat the shit out of me?
Potentially. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't really know.
Because
Phoenix Novell is her real name.
Yeah.
that's
Her
not
DJ
her.
name.
She
or
may have
her
So her
porn-
DJ name is like Sally Smith or something. Sure.
I was
may have
more
been her
thinking-
stage name. I don't really know, but
It's
that's
more of a
what we always
porn
called
star
her.
name, surely. Phoenix Novell.
Yeah, I have a look in my head. I know what she looks like already,
Okay.
and I'm going to be severely disappointed.
When is she coming? It's on the 21st of December.
21st of December, she'll come over.
I'm not here.
Ah, man.
I'll take photos for you.
Yeah.
I want to meet Phoenix Novell.
Yeah.
Although she probably doesn't want to meet me now. I've just said her
Probably.
name sounds like a porn star. Then again, there's someone else like that I shouldn't mention. That's going back to an old. Yeah. We won't go down that path.
All right.
Okay, so she's going to DJ and sing at the same time. Because I actually say I like bands and DJs working together.
Yeah.
I've always, when I was DJing, I used to love it if a band would play along with a DJ.
That's cool.
I just think it does sound really cool.
A bit like Linkin Park.
Like Linkin Park, yeah.
Yeah.
Linkin Park's great.
Saw them
Yeah,
live
that
in
kind of
Bangkok a few
genre.
years ago.
Mm.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It does kind of work. So if you could do something like that, that'd be great. I'm not sure if you can.
Do you want to be the DJ though?
I don't think I've got the skills. I think from a DJ and a band point of view, I think.
Well, it's just a bit of practice. You've got the DJ skills.
Well,
That's
no,
just
I
about
have, but I
timing and
don't
tuning
think.
in.
It's a lot of practice, and I have got time to practice.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm too busy.
You've got the skills, just not the time. That's
Yeah.
different.
Too busy not having sex.
No, I. All right. I
Let's
just
get that
think
saucer of milk. Hang on a minute.
I would like to. I just think my style of DJing doesn't work with that. That's the thing. I mean, I've enjoyed it when I've been at weddings and there's been. I don't like saxophone playing with me, but I like singers singing with a DJ, and I like kind of guitarists. And I always wanted to work with a guitarist, and we almost did a DJ and guitar kind of thing, which I thought would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
I just don't think the type of music that I like to DJ. Well, maybe it would work more with a band, but it'd have to be more chilled out, kind of sunsetty, kind of funky stuff. And I'm not sure if many people would go to see that.
Well, on that note, in terms of the styles that you guys have as the band, for your Monday to Wednesday set, are you basically are you playing a similar style of set each day, or do you have like a Friday night's a bit more rock sort of savvy, whereas like a Sunday afternoon might be a bit more chilled out anyway?
Yeah, I mean, once the band is like together a little bit longer, we build up our repertoire more. We're going to have more like set theme nights.
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll get to that eventually. Right now, we're just trying to build up the repertoire as much as possible.
Yeah,
do
yeah,
like
sure.
6 or 7 new songs a week.
Yeah.
And just build onto it.
Because it would make well, I mean, maybe I'll ask the marketeer on this particular one, but I would have thought it would make sense to have more of a specific, like a Friday night thing or a Saturday night thing. Because, if we go out on a Wednesday evening, it might just be to have a beer and a burger and just, then go home, what have you. You want a different vibe to, right, we're going out on a Friday night. It doesn't matter about tomorrow.
Right.
Versus maybe a Sunday afternoon, especially if people have got kids in the lagoon and what have you. They just want to chill out sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it would be nice to have a different vibe and a different. Sorry, am I unplugging us?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, it might be nice to have a
Being
different
very,
vibe and a different style for
animated.
each day.
Right.
Were you asking me that question? That was a long
Well,
question.
kind of
to ask
both
me.
of you, really, because I get from the musician's perspective. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've got to build up the repertoire, get the guys going, and
Right.
see where it kind of goes from there.
Yeah.
From a marketing angle, if you were marketing different days and different nights, you'd want, I would have thought, a different style to go with that.
Yeah, you want the music to kind of fit in with whatever you are doing on that night. But I don't know if you want to get too specific, because I think that can put a few people off. So if we just said, okay,
not on a week-by-week
if we just said
basis.
Friday night is just rock night, then it's got to. Some people that don't like rock aren't going to come on a Friday night. So you're
Fuck
losing.
them.
Well, you might want to fuck them because I do.
Actually, yeah.
I really do. So I think that if you're having a theme night, if you are promoting a specific event, then sure, I do think the music should fit with what that theme is. Now that's difficult when you've got it's how much time these guys can go and practice their set, because to all of a sudden say, right, we need another 2-hour set list that has to be Latin. I mean, Ryan and the team might not be able to do Latin. I'm not saying you can or you can't, but it's as a flying fox just fell down from that tree.
I think it's a leaf.
It was a bat.
So, and I think it really depends on what you have. But as a DJ, I would set playlists for different styles of music, whatever the event was. And I guess the band, I think eventually you probably will do that.
Well, and it's going to be more like, we'll do a set number of songs in that genre, and then, the rest of it will be a bit of a mix.
But I also think we should be, eventually, and it's starting to get to this point now, is the event should be around the band, more so around the concept.
Right.
Because we're trying to, I'll say we, Blue Tree want to promote Ryan and the Rockettes as the... God, stop saying that.
No,
It's
I think we should stick with it.
Possible Chaos should be the headline.
Right.
And then you have Possible Chaos, oh, by the way, we've got this beer promotion, we've got this food promotion, and we're doing this.
Yeah.
And that's how it should work, eventually. I think right now we need to get their name out. Or I say we. And it is a we.
No, you're there. You're there all
I'm
the time.
there. I'm there too much. Pay me for the time I'm there. Delete that. Delete that. Delete that bit. Edit. Go on.
Question: what about doing a karaoke night with the live band?
Thought about it, and we thought about doing a jam night, which would be
like open mics or stuff.
just
cool.
all the musicians on the island that
Yeah.
want to come jam, would be cool. So we're thinking maybe like start Sundays doing that.
There's
at
a
some
few
point.
places down south that do that
Yeah.
quite frequently.
A couple of places in Phuket Town.
Phuket
used to
Town,
open,
yeah.
Town as well,
open
yeah.
nights,
Yeah.
And it's easier there because there is a core of people, and I think the problem with open mic nights, especially for a place like Blue Tree, and I'm not trying to disprove.
Just say it and we'll tell you.
Is the fact that people don't want to travel too far just for an open mic night unless
Right,
there's
right.
something to get out of it.
Right.
And that whole thing of, oh yeah, but you can get to perform with people and you can practice. I mean, as a DJ, oh yeah, you can come and we'll give you a beer if you come and DJ for us. And it's like you need the practice or you need the experience. Like, mate, I still need to feed myself and feed my kids.
Well, that's different. Like a jam night.
But it's more about fun.
Yeah, it's more about just going up and jamming.
Yeah.
Like
but if it was with something else, I think it would work. It's getting people. But I think the ones in Phuket Town work well because there is such a...
Yeah, it's a big draw.
Yeah.
And also there's lots of people around there that are performers and are
Right.
playing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying there aren't here, but I mean, I just don't want you to get a load of old people to come and pretend that they can play.
Might
A good
happen.
karaoke night would work well.
Yeah.
You love your karaoke.
Do like my tappy koki.
We tried to take me to that Russian bar once, that karaoke bar in Bow Avenue.
Was awful. But that was just the way it was set up and the way they were running it and trying to charge you 10,000 baht just for sitting down was just a fucking joke.
10,000 baht for
It wa-
sitting down. Minimum
Were you
spend.
with us that night?
No, I decided not to go. We'd had a few drinks in the Drinks and Co.
Oh,
And
that's
then
when
it was you and Joanna,
you
right
jumped
said
on.
Fred, tried to get me into the...
Long story short, we had something to eat. We were sitting outside, had something to eat, had a couple of drinks, then went inside to sit down and look through all the books, ordered another round. Then she comes over and says, you need to pay 1,000 baht a head to be able to sit here.
What?
And we're like, wait, what?
1,000 baht or give head?
Yeah, 1,000 baht a head.
Forehead.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in which case...
That's all right. Yeah,
That much, yeah.
we'll take that.
Yeah, all right,
yeah. Fair enough. Where?
Not fussy, yeah.
Is it open now?
We'll have a shot of kombucha first, and then away we go. And then it was a case of pay 1,000 baht each, and there were 6 of us, and then we will start, whatever you drink and eat, we'll deduct that off the 6 hours. And we're like, well, we've already been eating and drinking for the last hour that we've been here, so no, jog on. But anyway, karaoke night would be cool because it's a different style,
Right.
because you've got the arena and the stage. You're automatically changed because karaoke here in Asia is very, very different to what it is in the West.
Yeah.
Which is you go on stage in a pub and you sing to the crowd.
Yeah.
Whereas in Asia, is you get your mates together, you go in a little room and we all have fun together.
Yeah.
So you don't have that public.
There's many things I do like that.
Yeah. But you don't have
Not
that
anymore.
Yeah.
See, the problem is Ryan's been in the office with me and I do talk about my lack of sex.
Well, you talked about it very clearly right here in front of us, in front of everybody.
Well, it's
on your
true.
podcast.
I can't help the fact that I'm looking for love right
Celibate.
now. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you.
Edit. Cut.
Yeah, that was good. I didn't even look at it. I got it right. I got the levels right.
Yeah, there you go. You see.
Look, we're going to need to start wrapping up and start rather than talk about your karaoke nights. Ryan, got a couple of questions for you.
Sure.
Do
Russell?
you believe in the flat Earth?
No, God no.
What are you sure? I mean,
Yeah.
don't just take a moment and think
No.
about it. Are you sure you don't believe that the Earth is flat?
Yeah, I'm very sure. Very sure about it.
Damn it.
Russell's determined to
I'm-
find someone. Go on, next question.
Do you know someone that might lean towards thinking that the Earth is flat?
Kyrie Irving.
Isn't he a basketball player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving.
He's the
is a
son
flat
of...
earther.
Could you get him on the pod?
Patrick Irving, yeah?
I don't know that.
You don't know... You know who Patrick Irving
Yeah,
is?
yeah.
Yeah. Is he... He must be the son.
I don't know. There's a lot of.
There's a lot of
Irvings.
All the
Irvings,
Holy
I guess.
Ghost. Either way, can we get him on the pod? Could you give him a call and just say...
He's in Brooklyn, and I don't really know him personally.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we can get through his agent.
Yeah,
This
just-
NBA
just
professional.
Just give him a buzz.
Yeah.
You've been in New York, so you'll be able to connect. So
All
just
right.
give him a buzz
It's easy. No
and
problem.
say, hey, dude, come on, join the pod.
I got a question. We'll get to your bucket list in a minute. Sports teams. So you said you're a base. So what's your favourite US sport?
It's a short list
Or do you
to
not
choose
follow
from.
it anymore? Kind of
No,
thing.
I do. I love watching American football.
Okay, so who's your team?
Live.
Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland
Cleveland
Browns.
Browns.
Yeah.
Aren't they shockingly bad?
Not anymore.
Oh, really?
Surprisingly, no, not so much.
Isn't that the one? Who was a guy that just got banned after he threw the helmet?
That was
he?
the guy.
That was the
the
guy,
guy.
wasn't
Yeah.
it? Where he hit,
That
hit
was
the
mental.
quarterback with his helmet.
But I'm just gonna say that guy deserved it. Just gonna say it.
What, the one that got hit or the one that got
No.
banned?
He's a total little punk bitch.
The
No,
one,
and
the one that got hit or the one that got banned?
No, the one that got hit.
Oh,
And
right, okay.
It's
Yeah.
interesting because when I saw it, I read about it and I went and watched the clip, and I saw it and I went, he did look like he deserved it a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit. He
He's
said
a
he's
yeah,
a
yeah.
little
You could see
smarmy
it.
little shit.
He was
that's-
being a smarmy
Yes,
little
he
shit,
was, yeah.
and not only that, he kicked him in the balls.
Yes.
And then a lot of people don't see it, but when he runs back towards him as he's
gives him a
being
little-
restrained, he goes in and does a little.
Oh, he grabs his
He
ass.
grabs his balls,
Oh, he gives a little
It's
squeeze.
a little
Yeah.
Vinnie Jones moment.
and
Ah.
that's when he swings the helmet at him.
And so that's not been brought up or anything. And then
Yeah.
the because I don't like whoever the quarterback was. Then you got on thinking, goes, oh, the guy's a coward because he hit me with a helmet. It's like,
Yeah.
no,
Bless
he's not.
you. I'm
I'd
just
use a
looking-
helmet.
Yeah.
I've got
They
a
didn't really hit. I didn't catch him.
No,
it was
no.
kind of just get off.
Yeah, and it
wasn't-
was the bottom part of the helmet, not the
Yeah,
hard part.
yeah,
rubbish.
but even so, I mean,
Well, if you give someone a helmet, what do you expect them not to hit someone with? I mean, they're designed to hit people.
I would have done it harder with the other end.
you might want to
Whatever you do
qualify
with
that
your,
statement.
yeah. Whatever you do with your helmet,
I'm
Ryan,
just
is up
looking
to
at
you.
my fan. I don't have any players from the Cleveland Browns. Sorry,
No,
I've got a fantasy football team.
I
So
have,
I'm 9-3 at the minute. I'm top of our league of 12 people.
Oh, I'm at the bottom of my league.
I'm absolutely smashing
Yeah,
it.
I don't
I-
have a fantasy football team.
I named my team Happy Endings,
Good.
and it got to the point where I changed the name to Sad Endings.
Because you're doing so badly.
Yeah. It's
Excellent.
not so good.
Right, last question before we wrap this damn thing up, and hopefully it has recorded. I'm not 100% sure.
Convinced.
Bucket list. What's on your bucket list?
Like bucket list for Thailand or
No,
in
generally.
life?
Whatever you want. Whatever you want.
Oh, man.
So it is a tough question,
That is
isn't it?
That's a loaded question, yeah.
Take your time. We've got all day.
No,
We can
We
Yeah,
can
edit
put
that.
some Jeopardy music on behind you if you want.
That's
That's
not Jeopardy.
I know, I'm just tapping away.
I just want to travel more. I want to see. Oh, stop it. My bucket list is to hit Jayleshark over the head with a helmet.
I'd love to be hit by your
Oh,
helmet.
just yeah.
You'd love to be hit by anything at this point.
Yeah, at this moment in time.
Okay, I'll make it easier because it is a tough question. I struggled with the bucket list
That's a loaded
questions.
question.
It is a tough one. What kind of things do you want to? You've been in Thailand for how long now? Not long, is it?
No, about a month.
A month. Oh yeah, okay. I understand where you're coming from there.
Yeah.
Long story. Well, a short story maybe. What's your what would you like to do? So, what's your bucket list of things you want to do in Phuket and then maybe Thailand as a whole?
I've actually traveled to Phuket 3 times now already. So I've done a lot of that. I want to see more of Thailand in general. Like I just want to get out and check out like the little villages and shit like that. And I don't know, just see a little bit of everything while I'm here.
No specific country worldwide that I'd really like to go and visit. Go to Africa and do safari or something
Yeah,
random like that.
actually, the wife and I, we want to go to Kenya.
Cool.
Yeah, she's obsessed with giraffes. So there's this place in Kenya called Giraffe Manor.
What's there?
Giraffes, bats.
Foxes.
They use the giraffe's necks to slide down, and that's where the flying fox
Yeah,
comes
yeah.
from.
It's so like
That's
you
why
go
it's cheap to
there-
feed a giraffe.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because a little goes a long way.
Yeah. So you go in there and like you spend $1,000 a night to stay there, and all the windows are open, so the giraffes just kind of poke their heads in and like take.
They've got
your
really
food
long
and shit.
tongues, giraffes.
Yeah.
They steal your food and shit.
You could just go to the zoo. It's a lot cheaper than
I
paying
was thinking
$1,000
that
a
too,
night.
But yeah, it's what she wants. I just want to go on like a safari out there and like do all the,
Do some
the-
camping and stuff.
Yeah.
Camping?
Yeah, why out on safari? It'd be great.
Oh no, darling. No. I need a shower. I can't just camping. There's lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, I'm going to get eaten.
All you need is a good pair of trainers.
No, I'm not faster than a lion.
You
no,
have to run
you just have to
in a
outrun the
zigzag.
guy that's next to you.
The zigzags for crocodiles, not lions.
It's
It
not
works.
about zigzags. You can run as fast as you can in a
No.
straight line. You do not need to outrun the lion. You need to outrun the person you're with.
Yeah, but you'll bear in mind that you'll think I'm going to go on holiday with somebody.
Yeah.
Who's that going to be?
Well, I know who you'd want to take at this point if you're going to outrun a lion. But anyway, moving.
Trying to think.
Yeah.
Not sure. So bucket list, Ryan hasn't got nothing.
It's a bit
Nothing.
boring.
Nothing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
my
you
life
might
is
not
over.
break into our top 10 bucket list things to do that we're putting together.
No, my life is over. It's
When are you going to see the wife again next?
probably in February, hopefully.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
don't say for Valentine's Day.
No.
Oh.
She's going out to Singapore for the air show out there.
Right.
So the week after that, hoping she'll be out here for that.
Excellent.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, Ryan from Possible Chaos,
Yeah.
the house band at Blue Tree Phuket, which is based in Chantilly. Is it Chantilly or is it Manic?
I think
In
it's
between Manic and Chantilly.
Chantilly, I
It
think.
is Chantilly, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, so you're playing from Wednesday nights till Sunday nights from
What time do you start?
5:30.
5:30.
There you go. See, I know all this. From 5:30 till the last person leaves. Come down, listen to the band, talk to the band. They're really cool guys.
We
Ryan,
like beer too.
oh, you have beer?
And we like beer.
Oh,
Buy us beer.
Are you
right.
okay, so what beer would you prefer for someone to buy you?
Well, any beer,
Alcoholic.
really.
You don't have a preference?
No,
Are you a
not really.
singer, a Leo, a Chang, a Heineken,
Actually, I
San
think
Miguel
you'll find
Light?
he is a singer.
I do.
good
I do
one.
like singing. I like Leo. As for the local stuff, Chang not so much.
Chang's horrible.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
awful.
like formaldehyde.
Yeah, basically, it's like
Crap. It's just
bathtub
yeah.
beer.
See, I prefer Chang to Leo.
That explains a lot.
Uh,
That's why you're not getting laid.
Yes.
Right, on that note, thank you, Ryan.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank you, Russell.
Thanks,
Bye.
Russell.
Okay, it's a good one, that.
Hello, Jay.
Didn't say- Hello, Russell.
Welcome to the outro.
Thank you for being here on the outro of the podcast with Russell Distance Russell from K9 Point Academy.
That was an
Other
interesting
academies are
pod.
not available. I liked Ryan. He's a lovely young man.
It's quite cool. I was surprised by two things.
Go on.
And I think you were surprised by the first one,
What's that?
his age.
I was really surprised by his age. I thought he was a lot younger than, or did I think he was a lot older? I can't remember. Either or, he looked
You thought he was a
younger.
lot- He
He looks younger than he actually is.
Correct.
Yeah, he's got a real cute little
Not
baby face.
entirely,
And-
unlike ourselves.
I don't know if you noticed this. He's got lovely blue eyes.
I didn't actually get lost in them, to be fair. But
I did a little bit.
yeah, I can. Yeah, well, given your current state of affairs, and interesting about his wife, I thought, living abroad.
Yeah, I know a couple of people with long distance relationships, and they seem to work out for some people.
Fair play.
Yeah, maybe
my
that's what I need to look into, finding someone on the other side of the world.
Yeah, it's a pen pal.
I think it is a pen pal. You remember pen? God, I remember pen pals.
Did you have one?
Oh, I don't. I think for some French lesson once we had to write to
Yeah.
Philippe, someone or other that lived in Brive in France. I don't know. But no, Possible Chaos is the name of the band. They will be playing at Blue Tree in Phuket. It's cool, but it is actually a cool place to go. I'll be honest with you. Although I do spend some time. We spend time there.
Yeah, to be,
We
been
have
down a few
burgers and
times.
beers
Yeah.
there and listen to the band.
Yeah, I've got nothing wrong with that. Sassy loves going down there, having
Exactly.
a nibble on the burger and having a couple of chips.
Yeah, no, it's worth it. It's a cool thing to do, just to go and sit there, listen to the music, and have some food. Like there's a burger van there, there's a Vietnamese van, there's a
Greek van,
Mexican,
isn't
there's a Greek. The Greek Taverna vans. They do a great tzatziki, chips and tzatziki. I can't say it.
Yeah.
I can't talk today. Anyway, it's worth it. Thank you for listening to the podcast, by the way. Go on.
No, so when are you off? The 12th.
No, we do this every single
I
week.
know, and
On the 13th, which means we need to we need to do some pre-records. Next week, though, we've got an interesting one.
We've got a biggie next
We've
week.
got a biggie next week. We've got Big Danny O, the legend of the breakfast show, coming back to Phuket.
Excuse me.
Well, you weren't the legend. He was the original legend of the breakfast show.
I think you'll find I was the original legend.
Nah,
of the
you were
breakfast show.
just the warm-up act for Danny O to come in
No,
and then do the...
I was, without doubt.
Anyway, Danny O, who then went to ESPN, now Fox Sports. Or did he go? It was ESPN, then now Fox Sports, isn't he?
Yeah. Yes.
He will be live, or recorded live on the podcast. He has his own podcast. So we'll be promoting.
Not a patch on this, obviously.
No, a little bit better. But no, he's doing very well. And it'd be interesting because we all started on the radio. I think I was first on the radio, but we all started on the same.
Something.
Yeah,
Well,
similar times.
When I left Yellow Estates, I got him the job to join.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was the OG, and then you, and then he came on and took it by. But he actually was the one that took that career further.
Yeah.
No, he's done well. We look forward to talking to him about that. Actually, I'm a bit nervous about that interview because he's a smart cookie, and you two are going to start talking about sport a lot.
Yeah.
And it'll just turn into a sport fest.
You'll be fine.
And he's very opinionated, you're very opinionated, I'll be on the fence going, I don't give a shit. Please like us on Facebook. It's Jaylesharks at Jayleshark and Friends on Facebook. On the Twitter, we are Phuket Podcast.
Which is very cool.
We
We can tweet that photo.
We can tweet that photo, and we will tweet that photo. And we're now on the old Instagram as well, which is Jayleshark and Friends, I believe, on Instagram. But I haven't put any pictures up yet.
Right, okay.
Oh, no, I might have done it. By the time this comes out, I might have done it. I should make note to myself, put pictures up.
Yeah, there you go.
So follow us on all those. And then also like Canine Point Academy on Facebook. Go to, if you've got a dog and you want some dog training.
Or even if you don't, just go to the Facebook page and like it.
Exactly. And if you want to be on the podcast or if you want to sponsor the podcast, it's Jayleshark at gmail.com, Jayleshark at gmail.com.
Thank you very much.
Anything else, Russell?
I'm good for me.
Okay, because you've got to get off and you've got dog training.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Russell.
Cheers, buddy.
See you
Catch
next
soon.
week.
Bye.
Bye.